Hi there. Today we're diving into one of the most common and stressful situations many of us face, credit card debt. Whether you're juggling a few high interest cards or dealing with a mountain of credit card bills, we've all been there. It can feel like you will never escape. But don't worry, I'm here to tell you you absolutely can get out of credit card debt and do it without feeling overwhelmed. So let's walk through some practical, manageable steps to help you tackle that debt and feel empowered in the process. Ready? Let's get started.
Welcome to Personal Finance Cat, where I share my personal take on personal finance.
Why credit card is so overwhelming? Before we dive into how to get out of credit card debt, let's first talk about why it can feel so overwhelming in the first place. Number one reason, high interest rates. Credit cards often come with interest rates anywhere from 15% to 25%, or even higher. That means if you only make minimum payments, your debt can grow faster than you pay it down. Second, multiple payments to track. It's easy to lose track when you've got several cards with different due dates and balances. Third, guilt and shame. The emotional weight of credit card debt is real. We often feel embarrassed or anxious about our financial situation, and that can make tackling the problem seem impossible. But here's the good news. You can take control, one step at a time. Step one, take a deep breath and assess the situation. I know this step might feel intimidating, but trust me, knowing where you stand is the first step to getting out of credit card debt. It's kind of like taking the first step toward decluttering a messy closet. You can't clean up until you know exactly what you're dealing with. 1. List all your credit card balances. Write down the balance, interest rate, and minimum monthly payment for each card. 2. Calculate the total debt. Add everything up to get a clear picture of how much you owe. 3. Look at your spending. Review your credit card statements over the last few months to see where the debt came from. Were there impulse purchases, monthly subscriptions? This will help you identify areas to cut back in the future. Once you know exactly where you stand, you'll feel more empowered. It's no longer a blurry, overwhelming mess. You've got the facts. Step 2, create a plan and set a goal. Now that you know what you owe, let's create a realistic plan to pay it off without getting overwhelmed. 1. Set a timeline. Think about how long you want it to take to pay off your credit card debt. The faster you pay it off, the less you will pay in interest. But also be realistic. Setting an aggressive timeline might make it feel harder to stay on track. 2. Set a monthly goal. Look at your budget to see how much extra you can afford to put toward your credit cards each month. Even an extra $50 to $100 can make a big difference when you focus your efforts. 3. Break it down into smaller chunks. Break your debt repayment into smaller, manageable goals. For example, instead of saying, I want to pay off $5,000, try, I'm going to pay off $500 this month. Achieving smaller goals will give you a sense of accomplishment and keep you motivated. Step 3. Choose your debt repayment strategy. Now comes the big decision. Which strategy are you going to use to pay off your credit cards? There are two main approaches to consider, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. Let's quickly break them down. 1. The debt snowball method. How it works. Pay off your smallest balance first, while making minimum payments on the others. Once that's paid off, move to the next smallest balance, and so on. Why it works? The key here is psychological motivation. Paying off a debt quickly gives you a win, which fuels your motivation to keep going. 2. The debt avalanche method. How it works. Pay off the credit card with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on the others. Once the high interest card is paid off, move to the next highest, and so on. Why it works? This method is more cost-effective in the long run because you're tackling the debt that's growing the fastest. Both strategies work, but it comes down to what will keep you motivated. If you're someone who needs wins to stay energized, go with a snowball. If you want to save money on interest and you're disciplined, the Avalanche is your best bet. Step 4. Consider a balance transfer or debt consolidation. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the high interest on your credit cards, there's another option to consider: balance transfers or debt consolidation. Balance transfer. You can transfer your credit card balances to one card with a lower interest rate, sometimes 0% for a certain period. This could save you money on interest while focused on paying off your debt. Debt consolidation loan. You may consider taking out a personal loan to pay off your credit card debt. With a debt consolidation loan, you consolidate all your balances into one loan, often with a lower interest rate. This makes it easier to manage, and you're paying one monthly payment instead of many. Now, here's an important note. Always read the fine print when considering a balance transfer or loan. Look for fees, interest rates after the introductory period, and repayment terms to ensure it's the right choice for you. Step 5. Cut unnecessary spending and build a budget. The key to paying off your credit card debt quickly is making sure that you're not adding to it. Here are 2 tips. 1. Cut back on non-essential spending. If you're constantly swiping your cards for things like takeout, online shopping, or subscriptions you don't use, now's the time to cut back. 2. Create a budget. Having a clear budget ensures that you know exactly where your money is going and can prioritize debt repayment. Use tools like Mint, YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget, or a simple spreadsheet to track your income and expenses. Step 6. Stay consistent and celebrate small wins. Getting out of credit card debt won't happen overnight. It's a journey, not a sprint. Here are some steps to help you with this step. Celebrate small wins. When you pay off a card or hit a milestone, take a moment to celebrate. It could be something as simple as enjoying a free activity or treating yourself to a small, budget-friendly reward. Recognizing progress keeps the momentum going. Stay consistent. The key to paying off debt is persistence. Stick to your plan, keep making your payments, and over time, you will see the balance drop. Here are some final thoughts. You can absolutely get out of credit card debt without feeling overwhelmed. By breaking things down into manageable steps, creating a realistic plan, and staying focused, you'll get there. Just remember, it's okay to take it one day at a time. You've got this, and I'm here to cheer you on every step of the way. All right, that's it for today's episode, friends. I hope these tips help you tackle your credit card debt with confidence and clarity. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review if you found this episode helpful. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.